Hello, my name is Rebecca Neer, and this is Joey. He's our mascot at the office, making sure everybody gets those tenant screening and those employment screening reports back to you as fast as they possibly can. I'm here to tell you about best practices. This is specifically for landlords and property managers, and it's verifying the best way to verify a tenant's or an applicant's income. When an applicant comes to you and is applying for an apartment, how can you best verify their income? A lot of property managers and landlords assume that the best way to do that is for the tenant screening company, that would be us, Orca Information Inc., to call the employer and verify the income. However, there is a better way and a more thorough way of getting that information, one that will make your life a little bit easier down the way as far as a landlord goes. When receiving your rental application, have applicants bring to you the following, and you may want to type this out so that it's in writing when you give the applicants their rental application to fill out. Number one, you make sure that they're going to bring you their Social Security card so you can photocopy it. Now, if they're not going to be applying by coming into your rental office, let's say they're going to be applying online, then ask the applicants to scan that Social Security number and to email it to that Social Security card and to email that to you. Along with, you want a photocopy of their driver's license. And the third and the last thing that they need to include is a copy of the most recent check stub with year-to-date earnings. Why would you want them to bring this in? I'll tell you why. You're going to want to make a copy of this and put it in their tenant folder. The check stub will give you the employee number. Every employee in an office usually has an employee number. And it will also, this check stub will confirm their earnings, the year-to-date earnings. It will often list any garnishments that are happening. That means that if there's garnishments that are coming out of their check, then those garnishments are first. And what income is left over when they do get their check after the garnishments, they will be able to pay their rent with. So you want to know the actual amount of money that they take home. As a landlord, the check stub will also confirm their earnings and will tell you everything that you need to know in case, let's say, they leave owing you money. You will have that check stub with the employee number, their year-to-date earnings, etc., the name of the employer, the contact information of the employer. Your collection agency will absolutely love you. Now, why can't we, the background check company, get that information when we call on the phone, when we call the employer on the phone to verify employment? A lot of employers are very limited about the information that they can give you. A lot of employers will only verify that they work there and how much they earn. A lot of employers, such as Microsoft and Boeing and other larger companies, require us to call a 900 number. Do you know that that 900 number costs about $20, if not more? And the only information, this isn't always the case, but most of the time it is, the only information that that 900 number is going to give us, hi Joey, is the fact that the applicant works there and that the applicant was hired at such and such a date. Each employer tells the 900 number how much information they are willing for that 900 number to give out when people call in. So $20 to just find out if the person actually works there and when they were hired is, I wouldn't say a very good way to spend your money, and it is just not cost effective. Regardless of whether we were to call that a 900 number or not, you would still want documentation that they actually work, where they work, and what they earn. Now, if an applicant is self-employed, let's say they don't get a wage, they are self-employed, you would ask that applicant to bring in the last 2 years of tax returns. If this person is a new hire, if the applicant's just now been hired onto a job, you ask them to bring in a letter of hire from the new employer. However, once they have been working for that employer, have them bring in a copy of that check stub with the earnings listed on it and the employee number. And let's say you rent to a retiree. Ask them to bring in copies of their deposit slips that prove how much they're being deposited into the bank every month. Proof, documentation of their retirement funds, their Social Security check, copy of that, check stub, etc. Whatever it takes, document it about their income. And those are best practices. I can't tell you how important this is, and I hope that you all will take advantage of utilizing this information. Thank you. If you have any questions, give me a call, 1-800-341-0022. Hey, Joey. Thanks.